Alright everybody, hello and welcome. As always, I am Sean, this is Mix. Happy Thursday wherever in the world you're watching from. We're up to episode 29 of our FC Isle of Man series, continuing through season 5. I'm not drenched with wet sweat or water or anything like that. I just got out of the shower, which is why I kind of look a little bit disheveled, but that's fine. We're going to make the most of it, and we're going to jump straight into the two massive fixtures that we have planned for today. First and foremost, as you guys can see here, we've got top of the division status again. It is twisting, it is turning. Chester have dropped down to 4th, Neatonborough 3rd, South Shields are now in 2nd. All of us are within a point of each other. So really, like, we've dropped down as low as 5th, 4th, 3rd, whenever else. We've just, through the last round of results, leapfrogged everyone back up into top spot, thanks to South Shields, I think, drawing and Chester losing. But if we look at our schedule, it hasn't been perfectly flawless in that time. Of course, in that last episode, we played against Barnet and won 2-0, a very good performance in the FA Trophy. We then lost to Chester 2-1. They did deserve it. They were the better side in the game. And then we turned it around quite well and won 3-0 against Grantham. All goals coming after the 70th minute after we made our subs, introduced some new people, really managed to turn the screws on them. We then had a phenomenal attacking performance. Austin Samuels getting 5 goals in a 7-2 win over Eversham. Only disappointing part is we were 7-0 up and Eversham pulled 2 back after half an hour. So we did try and rotate a bit. We did try and bring a couple other guys on. And I think probably the first one I've seen, Austin Samuels getting a 10.0 match rating. Absolutely fantastic. It's the first one I think I've seen in FM20. So that's what it takes. 5 goals, and I think he got 2 assists as well in this game. We then beat Curzon Ashton 3-2 in our FA Trophy 4th round match. We then we drew with FC United 2-2. We did come from behind both times in this one. We had a bunch of chances to win the game in the second half. It was 2-2 at half time. We couldn't make it work. I thought, we're fucked here. We're not going to be able to jump back into top spot. No one else is going to drop points. We then beat Wrexham, higher division Wrexham. It is worth saying, 9th in the Vanarama National League, comfortably 4-0 at home in the FA Trophy to continue our run in that competition. And then we beat Curzon Ashton, who were then sitting in 5th spot, 5-1 to jump above everybody else and back into top spot on the table by a single point. Christian Norton with the double, Austin Samuels with the hat-trick there. Are both performing fantastically well at the moment, and hopefully we can carry that on to the game today against Farsley. They're currently 18th in the division, but as we know, anything can happen once you close the game, load it back up again, try and record. All these different things seem to influence games in different ways. And then we've got our FA Trophy quarterfinal against Northampton, who are currently top of the Vanarama National League. Of course, Northampton are a side that has played in League 2. I think they start this game in League 2. They've got some great players. Hashtag United Scotty Pollock is one that we're also going to keep an eye on because we had him last year and he was fantastic for us for a long time. We've got a fair few players from higher division clubs that are there on loan as well. So a very strong lineup. They're obviously doing very well in Vanarama National football, and it'll be a good marker to see where we want to eventually get to in Vanarama National. More than enough introduction from me. Let's jump into the game against Farsley and have a look at the two lineups. Right, this is how we're going to line up. Of course, it's Dennis in goal, Bellahoon and Carson as our central defensive partnership, as they have been most of the season. Same with Melbourne and Connolly at the fullback spots, Wang and Longello ahead of them on the left and right wing respectively. Hodgson and Haygarth in central midfield, Norton up top, playing as the 10, and Samuels will lead the line as our advance forward. They're playing a 4-3-3. They've got FC Isle of Man player James Cook playing in central midfield for them, or defensive midfield. We used him as a striker. We had him for 33 appearances. He scored 3 goals. He was excellent for us at the lower divisions. He's now, of course, playing quite regularly at this level. Regan Ogle, Australian left back, who I've picked up in our our stream save on Twitch, our Employee of the Month challenge at Melbourne City. We've got Jed Garner, 25-year-old right winger, who's very, very good at this level. If you can pick him up in your own saves, can play up front, can play on the right wing. He's excellent with both. And Spencer, their leading scorer, Jimmy Spencer, 32 years of age, leading the line up top. They are going to be a decent side. I know that their current league position doesn't say that, but assertively we're going to run. Media have given you a lot of credit lately. We'll have to be at our best to beat them, and we really don't want to be dropping any more points because it's going to be super tight, and we're running out of games to actually try and turn stuff around when we do lose points. We've got a corner here. Ball back out to Longello after it was cleared. Connolly, deep one across towards Norton, and he's given us the perfect start. Norton, how many games has he actually played for us? He's got 12 goals so far this season in 7 appearances and 3 in the FA Trophy. So he's scoring at a phenomenal rate thus far. And we also have to give good credit to Connolly for the assist. Is it Longello here? Plays it back to Connolly, just hangs it back in that good spot on the 6-yard box. Norton runs off the shoulder and smashes that one home. Maybe the keeper could come out to it, but 2 minutes in, or in the second minute, we get off to the best possible start. Got a free kick on the edge of the area here. Ogle's going to take. It's not a bad effort, and he's managed to push it back out and straight into the path of Cook, who scores against his old club. gets the equaliser in the 8th minute. Still a ton of football to be played, but Dennis didn't do too badly to push it out. Just none of the defence actually helped him, scrambling for the rebound, and Cooks really just had to get it on target. There wasn't anyone there that was going to be able to stop that one. Gets it right in the keeper's face in the celebration. I'm not sure if there's any bad blood there, but I don't actually think they played together. Free kick from a wide left area, similar scenario as the first one. Free kicks is where they seem to be setting up. Garner with the ball at the top of the box, and he struck from distance. Bateman looked like he was in an offside position, but I think they've let it go. We'll check it out in 3 dimensions and see if he actually was obstructing the keeper. When his name comes up, you do kind of question, yeah, he's in an offside spot, and Bateman's right there, but I don't know, they've let the goal stand. There's no VAR to review at this level. 25 minutes gone. We're going to use our demand more shout. I want to try and get something back before half time, and this will hopefully get us another opportunity to use another shout just in the build-up before we get to half. We're going to use our get creative shout now because time is flying by. Everyone seems inspired, but we haven't seen much more in terms of highlights for either side. 2 minutes to be added on, and the ref calls half-time. So we've had 11 shots, 8 on target, 60% of the ball. They've had 5, 3, and 40, but they are 2 goals ahead, which is the disappointment. Aggressive, let's just say, show a bit of desire. You don't look like a team that wants to win. We've adjusted back to our positive mentality. We're going to give it another 15 minutes. We're going to have a look at subs, and we might go attacking for the last half an hour or so just to try and put the pressure on. All right, 2 subs we're going to make after the hour mark. Abdi Sharif will come on at right midfield for Longello. David Wang will move to the left. Wells will come on for Matthew Carson at the back because he's got a yellow card. And we're also going to use our get creative shout. We made the switch back to our attacking structure. We need to go after it a little bit in this game. All right, we've got the throw in here. It's going to start with Ogle, who's been pretty decent from the set pieces that we've seen, where they've gotten both of their goals. Cook back to Ogle. They're just keeping possession in midfield here. Cook across to Mitchell. Balling behind. Should be tidied up by Connolly. What have we got here as we look to counter? Long ball forward towards Norton, who tries a flick on header. David Wayne gets there and plays it in for Samuels, who's gotten goal side. Can he find the finish? Curtis with a big save pushes it out. With 10 minutes remaining, we're going to use our demand more shout from this corner. And it's in front post. It doesn't beat the first man. No one even ran after it, which is disappointing. Haygarth recovers, plays it out to Connolly. Across to Wells. We can switch it out to the left. Instead, he looks for a ball in the corner. Samuels now with the strike. Edge of the area. Wang with a follow-up. Haygarth recovers. Ball forward to David Wang now, and he's clipped inside the bar. Samuels is going to get there first to pull one back and make it 2-2, but we need to push on. We need to try and find a winner. 54th goal of the season, which is absolutely insane statistics. Hodgson with the ball in. Norton reverse pass. Wang with a good strike here. I'm not sure how that one stays out. And then Samuels, thankfully, the first one to it. His pace, power, whatever else, pushes him past the defence, and he smashes that one home. Going to use our get creative shout. Last couple of minutes. 2 minutes to be added on by the referee. And he's called full time. So it's a 2-2 draw. Very disappointing. Norton and Samuels got the goals for us. We had 23 shots, 13 on target, 59% of possession. They had 7, 3, and 41. And we're going to tell everybody disappointed with that performance. It's a game we should have won. What does that do to the league table, and how does that set us up going into the last few days of the season? It sees us drop down to second spot, 1 point behind South Shields, who won their game today 4-2 against Kings Lynn. Chester stay in third position on 67 points. Nuneaton Borough must have lost their game because they stay in fourth on 66. And now Curzon Ashton back up to 65. Behind them 63, 62. So still very, very tight as far as the top 7 is concerned. And we've only got 5 more league games to play. We're going to do that while continuing trying to balance the FA Trophy, which is the next game we've got against Northampton. Magic of editing. We're going to jump forward to that game now. All right, and just like that, we are a week ahead. Now, I have changed a couple of things, not for any other reason than just to be a little bit of a shit. I've switched everyone's roles just from left to right. So now Samuels, he's left-footed, so he's going to play as the left-hand side advance forward. Norton will play on the right as the pressing forward. Haygarth has switched across. Carson switched across. I don't know why I've done it. I've just done it because I think it's good to mix stuff up every now and then. And, of course, getting that last draw is a bit frustrating. I like to kind of tweak after a bad result. We have also brought in Shaden Morris on the right-hand side because David Wang is away with the Chinese national side. Terrible timing, but it's a good opportunity for the youngster that we've got on loan from Fleetwood to make one lasting impression. In his 7 appearances, he's only got 2 goals, 1 assist and an average rating of 6.99. He's played mostly under 23 football. This is really his last chance to try and make a claim to get any games in the run home. They've got a very good side, which we've already spoken about a bit. They have rotated a little bit based on what we were talking about earlier. But Williams anchoring midfield. Daniel Williams, 22-year-old Swansea midfielder, looks to be quite good. They've got Garcia up front, 21-year-old ex-Everton, ex-Fulham junior. Looks to be very solid. 17 natural fitness, 17 acceleration. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Vachon Nerfel is playing at left back, ex-West Ham junior, who's very good in the lower leagues. If you can pick him up, And the captain, Jordan Turnbull, who's at them at the start of the game, 29-year-old central defender. It looks to be quite good and it makes sense that he's their captain. Looks to be a decent leader at the back there. So we're just going to go out and we're going to assertively tell everyone, avenge what happened last time we played Northampton. I can't actually remember when that was. It was probably in a cup competition, if not last year, sometime this season. But they're a stern test for us and we seem to have started strongly. So they've got a free kick here. Williams is going to put the ball in. Not a bad effort. It's a good flick on from Hodgson at the top of the box. Gibson Hammond now lays it off to Dos Santos, who gets the strike away. It wasn't that good an effort, to be honest with you. Maybe the keeper should have done better. Maybe the defence should have closed it out a little bit quicker. Didn't have that much pace on it. But we'll check it out here in 3D and see what it looks like. It's a good header away from Hodgson. And then Nerful to Gibson Hammond. He runs with the ball across the top of the box and then just lays it off to Dos Santos, who strikes it low and hard across the keeper. Maybe he was unsighted. There were a lot of bodies in front of him, but still wasn't that vicious a shot that we shouldn't be able to get something on it. Free kick here, Longello to take. It's a header back post from Matthew Carson, third goal of the season for him, and a wonderful assist from Longello. It's been a long week, and this game is stressful, and I can't speak English good. Those are the things that you come to expect from these videos, and I've just butchered one there as well. So it does say straw level, an excellent set piece routine, not one they've practiced. That one's just a generic computer one. 32 minutes gone, I'm going to throw in again. Morris now with the ball, cuts it back towards Haygarth, and then Samuels gets the flick on to put it in, but he's going to be ruled out for offside. Would have been interesting to see where Haygarth's initial strike was going, but Samuels did get the last touch on it. Got a corner here, Williams to take. It's in towards back post. It's headed back across, pinballing around. Longello keeps the ball in. Looks to clear, but only as far as Williams. Good switch out towards Turnbull on the left-hand side. And it's a good tackle from Connolly to put it out for the corner. Corner to be taken now. Williams drives one in. Dennis comes out and claims well. We've got a 1v1 up forward, and we nearly had a 2v2, but it didn't come to be. 2 minutes to be added on here. We are thoroughly on top in terms of the stats and stuff. I'm kind of in two minds now. Do I want to push on and go to our attacking tactic and really try and push for a winner because we are doing better against them? Or because we are doing quite well statistically speaking in our positive role, do we want to leave things as they are? I'm going to say, pleased with how things are going, keep it up and screw it. Let's go after it. We're going down swinging. We'll go to our attacking shape. We'll push the wingers and the fullbacks on a little bit further and hopefully we can continue our good start, statistically speaking, and start putting on a bit more pressure to find a winner. Got to throw in here on the right-hand side. Connolly to take. Hodgson plays it back to him. Deep ball in towards Samuels, who gets the header across. 55th goal of the season. Just insane numbers from him. And check out this one in 3D. In off the bar, it says, but it looks like it was just a pretty straightforward 1v1 header. Connolly just hangs it back up. He's got a lot of assists from fullback this season. And it's a good header. He's done well against the defender there, whose name is not showing. I'm guessing it's Robinson here, the one on the yellow card. But we now have a lead to defend. Subs are now gone. Carson has played well, but I'm going to bring on Ben Wells just because of that yellow card. And then we're also going to probably change out. Well, where are we going to change someone out? Longello hasn't played terribly. Morris hasn't played terribly, but we're going to give Abdi Sharif some time at right wing, just in the hope that fresh legs will do enough to help us break them down on the counter. Going to also use our Get Creative shout. 2 have responded inspired, 2 have responded pressured. It's about as 50-50 as you can get. There's 10 minutes remaining. We just need to see out this one. So we're going to use our Demand More shout. Only Max Haygarth has responded focus. We do still have another sub up our sleeve. We might use that now. And it might just be fresh legs in midfield. Max Haygarth will come off for Liam Shaw, who can play the same role quite well. Tell him we've got faith in him. And 4 minutes to be added on here. We haven't seen much from either side in the second half. I would take a 2-1 win. They've got a highlight late. It's going to be a throw-in on their right-hand side. There's a number 10. He's wide open here. Someone's got to get to him. They play it to Garcia straight away. He cuts it back for DeSantos, and thankfully, we were well and truly asleep at that one. Leaving players wide open. The referee calls full time, and we've been let off the hook massively by Louis DeSantos there. So 2-1 in the end. Carson and Samuels getting the goals. 14 shots, 5 on target, 55% possession, 5-2 and 45% for Northampton. Passionately, we're just going to say people have written us off and we proved them all wrong. So it's good to know that we can go toe-to-toe with the best sides in the higher division and still do well, even with the current squad that we've got. Now, Isle of Man win FA Trophy quarter-final. It'll be interesting to see when the semi-final draw actually is. FC Isle of Man have been awarded 16.31k for winning against Northampton in the English FA Trophy quarter-final. Board are delighted that the team has reached the semi-final of the FA Trophy, so that part is great. As far as the league goes, we've got a game in hand, but we are still 4 points behind South Shields. If we get that win, we'll only be 3 points. Looks like it's going to be a straight duking out between us and them for the league title, which means I think the next episode that we're going to come back for is this one here against South Shields. I don't know why it's listed there twice. I'm assuming it's because of the FA Trophy game, but we're going to come back and do that game against South Shields and the last game of the season against Morpeth. I don't know why that's showing last time, and hopefully it's us leapfrogging them into first spot and then securing the league title on the final day. Fingers and toes crossed. If we make the FA Trophy final, we will come back and we'll do that as its own special Saturday episode, a little bit of a bonus one for you guys. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. That's the portion that I appreciate the most. If you want to throw a like on this video to celebrate our continued success and the continued growth of the series, please do. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, of course, do that as well. It does help the growth of the channel and the visibility on the videos, and we keep making the community a little bit bigger. You can check out our Twitter description just over there. Our Twitter link just over there and in the description below to keep up to date on all our interactions within the community, and also our Sunday night Twitch streams, twitch.tv/InTheMixer_FM, where we're doing our employee of the month save, a whole bunch of other exciting stuff that'll keep happening on that Twitch channel as well. But like I said at the start, thank you so much for watching. That's the portion I appreciate the most. I've been Sean, and I'll see you all again in the mixer.